You're here with Fit Bully TV. Now, a couple questions we always get, and I'm going to answer those today. What do you feed your dog? Look, I don't have the answer to that, but I wanted to give you perspective for those people who always harass me about feeding. So I'm going to go back to this page before I come back to this page, so we can kind of learn a little bit more together. Overtime evolution rendered, but look at the board right here. Go and show them the board. How many of you guys are really, really good at math? And I do mean like really good at math. What does that equation look like to you? It looks like a bunch of jibber jabber. So here we go. In this book, What to Feed. Let's make sure they can see that. What is the best diet for my pet is one question the authors often are asked. The answer is there is no diet that is best for every cat or dog. Cats and dogs are individuals, and the best diet will vary from animal to animal. That being said, it is helpful to the clients to provide some guidelines for choosing a diet for their healthy animal. Now, let's look at the equations. Give you perspective. Look at this. ME, cow, 145 times kg, BW, 0.05, in parentheses, all that. That's how you determine what your animal needs to eat. And look, you know I don't like telling no lies. So let me walk you through this. What does this say? Energy requirements during lactation for bitches may be calculated using the following formula, NRC 2006. So this is an equation for just lactating females. Imagine you got a female dog. Hey man, what do I feed my pregnant chick? Brian doing all that math? Not for you at least. And then it just goes down to how do the pups mature? What type of breed are we talking about? Believe it or not, Great Danes, and I believe Bernese Mountain Dog, or Newfoundlands, that's what it is. Great Danes and Newfoundlands actually grow the same in terms of energy, but one grows a little bit slower. It means they need less energy, AKA food, to sustain healthy growing. It's in the book. I've been reading this stuff all morning. So when we look at this equation and we say, man, hey, what does my dog need? I mean, they have equations even on neutered adult male dogs. They've got intact female dogs, 6-month-old male Great Dane puppies. Here's an example calculation too. What is the daily energy requirement for a 35 kg Labrador Retriever? If you don't know what kilograms are, it's like 2.2 pounds per kg or 1.2, something like that, but I think it's 2.2. So you look up, we're talking about a 70-pound dog roughly. In the second week of lactation, nursing 5 pups. Look at all that math there. Now get this. This is the funny part right here. So let's say we get to that 5,000 calories. She needs 5,000 calories a day, right? How many calories are in 1 gram of protein? Do tell. I'll wait. How many calories are in 1 gram of protein? It's like 4 calories, people. You don't believe me this. Got my phone on me. 1 second, we'll come right back. All right. So I just did what I know to do. Mind you, I've got all the nutrition books all over the house. But how many calories are in a pound? Carbohydrates, 4 calories. Protein, 4 calories. Fat, 9 calories. So once we come to 5,000 calories a dog needs a day, now we got to figure out how much fat, protein, and if you're doubling down or using carbohydrates, how many carbs a dog needs. So if 1 gram equals 4 calories, now let me put in perspective. 100 grams of protein equals how much? 400 calories. That right there is a pound of meat. So in 1 pound of meat, oftentimes you get 23 grams of protein, right? So in those 23 grams, look, guys, this isn't a mathematic thing. This is a point of perspective to give you, because I've actually developed a new equation that I think is simpler to manage, especially quality of life, but you still have to be able to identify needs, the lack thereof, when the dog doesn't have what it needs, and then how to improve the dog's overall health while it's growing. Because realistically, here it is. From this time, from 8 weeks to the first year, this is the most critical time for growth, because what's taking place? Mitosis. Mitosis is breaking down of the cells, and the dog's literally destroying its body. It is not destroying, but the body's ripping itself apart to keep rebuilding. And you watch it a year old and you feel like, man, look at my dog. But it's still growing. The growth just slows down significantly. But when people ask me, and this is an equation on a lactating bitch, then you got to know how many puppies in there. So now you got to get an x-ray. You start looking up, you go, I'm 5,000 calories in. But let's look at this. 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories. And most of your pounds of meat, if you've been here a while, you got a pound of meat, which is how much? 16 ounces, right? For every 4 ounces, it's normally 22 to 23 grams of protein. Man. So for every gram, godly, this is giving me a headache already. It just keeps adding up. And if you have a female, you got to get to 5,000 on a Labrador. How much do you think that costs? I could tell you from personal experience, it ain't cheap. And then if you got a female who don't eat, come out, you got a little pup, a big pup, an unhealthy pup, an underdeveloped pup, because you didn't focus on nutrient-dense foods. Now, mind you, people been feeding their dogs been breeding themselves, and been healthy their whole life. People, don't let me stress you out. All I'm going to tell you do is be aware, be mindful. Feel free to get this book, and good luck. This ain't none of these books are easy reads, especially if you don't have a nutrition background. Now, again, health and anything in life is like this. You could talk to me about cars, and I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'm not a car guy. I'm not like, hey, bro, I love the engine on that Fortified, whatever. You can talk football till you blue in the face. We're gonna run trips, right, defense. Don't watch football. I have no clue what's going on. You start talking healthcare, nutrition, I've got some good ideas. Because that's the space that I've lived in and probably will die in when it's all said and done. What I will tell you is stay tuned, take care of your dogs. When you're looking for the mathematics, you've seen one of the books that could help. But even more importantly, all the numbers, they do matter, especially if you're going to take on the responsibility of doing what? Feeding your dog what Dr. Karen Becker calls a biologically appropriate diet. Dog food is not biologically appropriate. Oreos are not biologically appropriate for us. Ice cream, it tastes good, but it ain't biologically appropriate, especially if you black and can't have milk. And the hell with that Halo stuff. The non-dairy is coming along though. It's like, I ain't that bad, I can eat that. But you get my point. This isn't easy. On the Patreon going into the next year, you can sign up, log in, talk to me regularly, because I will no longer 2025 1201 be last time we speak online in terms of one-on-ones, unless you're part of the Patreon, which again, I'll be able to focus on specific things to help grow the community and the people who are really invested and interested in bettering their dogs, from breeding and all that other stuff, people. Until next time, man, take care of your dogs.